You haven't clicked on it yet because I don't see it.
Oh, nobody. Oh, it says live.
Hey, hey, everybody. This is Mother Teresa. How's everyone doing on this Tuesday night? Let's see what we're going to grandstand about tonight. All right, everybody. It is so good to have you with me on tonight. And I just want to say that I am always grateful. I'm always blessed to have you joining in with me on Tuesday nights. And I have my honey in the office with me, and he's helping me do some things. And honey, I'm just going to tell you that right now, I cannot see that monitor on here. It's not showing live. So maybe it's something that you can fix. But while he is fixing that, I just want to again say I appreciate everybody being with us on tonight. And on tonight, let me just tell you, it's been a whirlwind of a week. We are getting started. We're back in school. And of course, the students have not come yet, but we are back at it. And we typically hit the ground running. And when I say we hit the ground running, if you have ever been employed with a school district or you're currently employed with the school district, then you know now is the time for new teacher orientation. It's time for all sorts of wonderful things as we are preparing for the students to return. And that's usually a lot of hustle and bustle. It's usually a lot of in service. It's a lot of, just learning new things, learning how your district operates. But not only learning how your district operates, it's just learning some of the new laws and some of the new updates that will basically help you to do the job that you have been hired to do. And speaking of, the jobs that we have been hired to do, one of the things that I am so very appreciative is for the opportunity to have a position in my school district, which I absolutely love. And I feel like that with the position and the call that I feel like God has on my life, He has made sure that I'm able to mirror those two things together. And if you would just hold on for just a second, I'm gonna tell you about a workshop that I had on this or work session that I had this week. And in that work session, I'm gonna tell you about some of the things that you are seeing on tonight. So, honey, if you would give me that or push it closer to me, take it off or do something. Um, I'm going to just adjust this a little bit so I can see your comments. Now, I'm typically doing something a little bit different. And so, again, I'm going to tell you about my work session. See, I have no idea who's on here with me on tonight. I don't know if my mom's here, but I can almost guarantee you she is. I'm not sure if my sister Cynthia is logged in with me right now. I'm quite sure that she is, as well as my children. And so I want to make sure that if you send me a message, that I will be able to see it. And so let me do this. And then we also want to turn down the volume. And if I can get this volume turned down, then that's good because now I can see. Okay, so let's see who's with me on tonight. Mama, are you here? And if you are, send me a message. Cynthia, are you here? If you are, send me a message. Also, my children, my grandchildren, any of my friends from Nacogdoches and other places, if you're here on tonight, send me a message. Let's talk about this work session that I was sharing with you about. My grandson, TJ Culpepper, and you all know that TJ is the one that had wrote my theme music, not only for Grandstanding with Mother Teresa, but also for my Monday morning motivation. And I love the fact that I can just give TJ an idea and he's able to just run with it. And so, thank you, honey, you got it. And so, I'm able to give TJ just an idea and he's able to run with it. Well, in my work session, I had shared with him that I wanted to have a work session for him to give me some ideas about how I can edit some of my videos. Of course, as I shared with you all before, learning about all of this social media can be a handful. And so I'm trying to learn how to create videos that I've seen on Facebook and on expect more so YouTube, because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, different people that I follow, and I subscribe to their channel because I just enjoy watching, either it's something educational or something business related, things that offer encouragement, as well as things that are we still getting it together. Y'all probably just saw a bolt of light. Yes, my husband is back in here and he's helping me with the lighting. There's one more, honey, that's over there that should be turned on as well. You may have to plug it up into the back of the computer. So again, I'm watching all of these different YouTube channels, and basically what we are learning is how to interact, and not only how to interact with your audience, but then I'm also learning it. That's good. That's real good right now. I'm also learning it could possibly go over to the right because it was more centered. You can take it over to the right. Let's see. Take it to the right. Okay. All right. Nick, your daddy and I, we are putting into practice some of the things that TJ taught me over the weekend. But I watched the YouTube videos. First of all, you can learn how to do anything from a YouTube video almost. And what is not there, people are continuously putting on new information or new updates and videos, and I have learned so many different things about how to repair things or how to do things from my YouTube videos. So and if you're following me, if you followed me for any length of time, I can get off on and I like to call it a rabbit trail. And so I can just kind of flow and go to a whole different subject. But I try to make sure that I bring it back. So I was sharing with you all about social media and trying to learn the different tips and techniques and how to make a better product that I could share with the audience. And so I was enlisting the help of my grandson, TJ. So I had a work session with TJ on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening after church. And he just came over and he just explained to me this software that I wanted to learn about. But also he gave me some tips about how to set up my my videos when I am doing my live stream, as well as any other types of videos that I'm doing. He basically kind of gave me some pointers about that. And so, and typically what you normally see is kind of a closer in shot. My husband has kind of brought it in, kind of like where TJ had shared with us how to do, as well as he was giving me some ideas about, content creation. And so I was just so very thankful. And not only I was thankful for it, but I was really proud as a grandmother, hint grandstanding. I was really proud of, him, because this is my grandson and he's teaching me things that's going to benefit me. But the fact that he is teaching me, he's actually teaching me, and a very wise and patient teacher, I might add. he explained to me, he broke it down into details, or a little, or he characterized it and summarized the big things in a way that I could understand it. And I'm not a techie person. So the things that he just can just rattle off, and it's just second nature to him to do certain things, he had the patience to slow it down and to be able to help me out. I see Aunt Sin is here. I see some of the rest of the family. I saw Net said, "Hey, Aunt Sin," so I know she's there, and I know Net's there. So yes, so TJ was able to do that for me, and so I was sharing that I was going to be implementing some of those techniques and the things that he showed me in my upcoming live stream. So we also put together, because we are doing content creation, we also did some videoing of him teaching me and sharing with me the different steps, and also the way that he broke it down. And he said, like step one, we're going to do this, or I called it the first step. And then he took me to another step, and he took me to another step. But all the while, he was explaining what he was doing and the reason why, the camera needed to be at this angle versus at that angle, and all of those different things. And then moving the lighting around to it was looked good, not only from what he was looking at, but as I was able to look at myself, I was able to notice that, oh, okay, that looks good. And I also, we kind of ended the conversation later as I was, taking him home, and he was saying, it is ironic, or we were talking about, it is ironic that what TJ came over to teach me is what my husband went to school for. And so, so like TJ said, it's just in his blood. And I was like, you're absolutely right. It's just, in your blood. So thank you, TJ, for all of your help. He did give me a homework assignment. So my homework assignment is to take the video of what we did for Sunday and put it in, make it into a, a clip, so I can use and utilize those different things that he was teaching me using the software. So hopefully I will have, hopefully I will have that out really soon. So you be watchful for my information with TJ, or my work session with TJ. And let me just also say this. Because of his skills and because of the talents and because of the things that TJ is doing, TJ doesn't just do this for family. And I've shared with you all this information before, I think like on Facebook, is that if you ever need a jingle, or if you are a content creator and you need some theme music, or you just need, like I said, a jingle or something, TJ is available for hire. I didn't call him over here to just say, to get his knowledge from him and not compensate him, because this is his business. This is what he does. Although he doesn't, he's not out there promoting himself or whatever, but this is a skill that I was sharing with him that we really need to cultivate. And so the way that I know to do what's right is to pay him. Okay. So we make sure we make sure we paid him. And if I didn't pay him, my husband would come back and ask me, honey, did you take care of TJ? Did you take care of TJ? So we took care of TJ like we always do. Most of the time when I have TJ to do anything for me, I want to make sure that I am showing him what it's like to be a businessman and how to conduct business. And and so, and while I was here gaining from TJ, TJ was also gaining from me, because a lot of times, grandmas and mamas, and dads, or whoever's on here, a lot of times we will have an instance where there, what I like to call teachable moments. So don't let those teachable moments pass you by. Use that opportunity. If they seem interested in something that you can share a little bit of wisdom and knowledge about, go ahead and do so. And sometimes even when they don't seem like they're interested or want to know, take every opportunity that you have for it to be a teachable moment. Because I'm going to say this, and I said this before. Again, I'm definitely grandstanding on tonight. But one of the things that I have often said is that I am so very thankful that my grandchildren still want to be around me. You know, that they enjoy my company. And if they don't, they're doing a really good job in fooling me. But I am so grateful that they want to be around me. They like being around us. And so, and not everybody can say that. Not everybody can say that I have a relationship with my grandchildren who are really at this point, you know, they range from 2 years old to 23 years old, and they all seem to enjoy being around me. And so, and of course, I enjoy being around them. So to me, that's a blessing. You know, when TJ can call and say, "Hey, mommy and Big Daddy, I just want to come over and just to talk to you." Now, Will is here, who is more of his age and his brother for life. Although that's his uncle, but they are brothers for life. Will is here, but sometimes TJ will say, "I just want to come and I just want to talk to you and Big Daddy." And a lot of times it's about either something in the Bible, you know, because he's serious about his walk with Christ. And so, or it's something about how to manage, you know, either his finances or, you know, talk about some of his dreams and his aspirations. You know, a lot of times it's about financial things, financial planning. And so, business related things. So as a grandparent or grandparents, we enjoy those moments. We definitely enjoy those moments. So, hey, I've shared with you all a lot that has been happening with me for the last couple of days. What's going on with you all, everybody? Again, there's a lot of things that's happening in the world right now. And what's going on in y'all's lives? I see a lot of things. Okay, I've missed a lot of conversation, but what's happening everywhere, you all? Again, I'm trying to figure out. I have monitors everywhere. Of course, you all can't see them because we've got them carefully moved away, but I can see them. I'm just trying to make sure I can continue to see like the conversations. Hey, Teddy, I see you. And I was trying to see if I can see make it stay on the screen at all times. So you all are still getting some of this, my work session with TJ. And let me tell you, this is the one thing about working with TJ, and like I said, the quick comebacks and everything. So as I was getting ready to pay him for the services rendered, I asked TJ. I said, TJ, I said, what's the name of your business? And he said, T Teaches. I said, oh my goodness, TJ. I said, that sounds good. So what I did is when I was writing out the little memo for what I was paying for, I did work session with T Teaches. So listen, and this really brings me to probably what I'm going to spend the rest of my time talking about is we have to cultivate in our children the things that God has put in their hands. And that was one of the things that I was sharing with TJ, is that a lot of the things that when people, a lot of the things, I mean, I don't mean a lot of the things, but a lot of times people will often say, I'm seeking my purpose, or I'm trying to find what is my skill, what is my, honey, come get this, because I've got this. They're trying to find what their purpose is. And a lot of times what I am sharing with people, or what I want people to know, is that God gives us all skills and talents and different things that we are to be doing. And so, and when you find yourself doing those things, when you find yourself walking into those things that seem really, really easy for you, or it just seems like it's just a natural fit or a natural calling, or, you know, you can do those things sometimes with your eyes closed. Those are the skills, and those are the gifts, and those are the things that God has blessed you with. And that also can be the very thing that brings you your income, your streams of income. And when I say streams, a lot of times there are many different, things that God has gifted us with. And so I was sharing with TJ, I said, TJ, I said, God has gifted you. You are a singer. You know how to read music. You know how to write music. You know how to put those jingles together. I mean, everything musically inclined. And then not only does he have those skills that God gifted him with, but he gifted him with the ability to put those things together in a way that I just realized on Sunday night that he could then share it with somebody else. So being a teacher, I've watched him many times, stand before the people and deliver God's word. So I know he's a preacher. I know and being a preacher, I feel like you got to be able to teach it as different things, such as that. But when God gives us something, you all, hey Shekinah, when God gives us those gifts and he puts those things in our hands, then that is the avenue I feel like we should be walking in. Those things, that's the area that God has gifted us. And so you are okay. Hey TJ, I've been talking about your son. They're watching from where they are right now, TJ and Shekinah. But yeah, those are the things that I feel like is your greatest source of income. And I also shared with TJ, I said, TJ, when you're walking in that path and you found when you've really discovered that this is what God wants you to do, I said, a lot of times we go to work and it's like, oh, I don't want to be here, or this is, this is hard, or this is just not who I am. A lot of times it's because we're not walking in the purpose or the path that God wants you to do. And when you find that purpose and when you find that path, I believe it becomes much easier. Work is no longer work, And I said earlier that the job that I have right now, and I feel like it lines up really well with the call that God has put on my life. And so, and I'm able to do this, I'm able to walk in the destiny that I feel like God has given me. But I also feel like there have been some other things that I've been able to do with my life or in my life that is, I'm utilizing the gifts that God has given me. And so, I've always said as a young girl that I wanted to be a social worker. But with that, and of course, if you follow me any length of time, you remember I told you I didn't even know what a social worker was, but I knew I wanted to be that person that could help other people. And with that helping other people is not just a physical thing, but even emotionally, being able to help people spiritually, being able to just speak words of encouragement. For a long time, I didn't realize that being an encourager was one of the things that God gives us or puts within us. And one of the scriptures that I use that I often, reflect back on is that how God, how the same way that he serves as a comforter to us, then he wants us to be able to comfort others. And so, and that's a lot of times that's what I say, is that just as God has comforted me, I want to be able to comfort others. And I feel like I do that by words of encouragement. And so what is your gift? What is the thing that you believe that God has put in your hands, and you know that God put that in your hands? What is that gift? What is that talent? What is that skill? Some people are skilled, musicians, which I've talked about that before, but some people are skilled to be able to create things with their hands, whether it be a welder or somebody that, creates art, someone who designs jewelry, someone who does anything, an artist, just somebody that does something with their hands, a wood carver. One of the things that my husband surprised me is that he can take little objects that I would consider trash, like, empty cartons and empty boxes and different things like that. And he creates these miniature buildings or houses or architect, And so, and you would never know what's up under the things that he's built, because it just, you know, he's turned that trash into a treasure that really no one would even recognize. You know, what is in your hands? I share with my daughters, you know, the skills that God has put this recipe for this wonderful soul peppers into the hands of my daughter and Teddy. And so that's something that God has put in your hands. But that's not the only thing that He has put in your hands. There are other things that He's put in your hands. And I just challenge you to just keep working it. Keep, you know, don't give up on it. Keep pushing forward and watch and see what God has in store for you. You know, my other daughter, Candace, I'm not sure if she's on here yet, but let me tell you, Candace have come up with this recipe for this pound cake and this tea, and I'm not sure what her the title of this tea is, but it is some of the best tea that I have ever tasted. And don't freeze it a little bit and then take it. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I'm not sure what the name of the tea is, but it is wonderful. And then of course, you know, I have, you know, my siblings on here and my mom on here and other people. What has God put in your hands? What has God gifted you with? You know, I talk about, you know, my grandchildren and my husband and my girls. And I was listening to speaking to someone today about my son Will. And so someone asked me, how was he doing? I said, Will is living his best blessed life ever. And I say that because this young man has taken so many different things and have just taken them from this level to the next level, and he seems to do it without any effort. So remember I told you, I was sharing with you all or saying earlier, what has God gifted you with? What has God blessed you with? What has God put inside of you? And the things that He's put inside of Will, of course, they are things that he is definitely utilizing right now. And so I commend him for that. I commend any of you all for walking in the path that you know is your God-given destiny. And if you haven't found that path yet, I'm going to say, as long as you are breathing, it is never, ever too late. Never, ever too late. And so find your path. Find those things that you're good at. And if you don't know what they are, ask people, what do I seem to do? Or what is the best thing that you've seen about me, or the best quality, or the best thing that you have noticed in me? People will be able to tell you about your gifts and your talents, and the thing, especially your talents, because those are a lot of, and skills, those are things that are so outward. But people will be able to tell you even if you haven't recognized it. That sounds pretty strange, but that is absolutely true. You know, sometimes people can be an administrator, and they can be the greatest administrator without any effort. It's just like it just comes naturally to them. So the things that I'm asking you to discover is, what are those things that just come naturally to you? You know, that you enjoy doing it, you love being able to do it. And people used to say that you would do it even if no one else paid you for it. That was a different time, you all. That was a different time. You know, people need to get paid for the things that they're doing now. We have to have money to live. And you know, not live for money, but we do have to have money to be able to live. So listen, you all, this has been a great night. I have enjoyed grandstanding with you, and I am going to try to turn this video off the way that TJ taught me how to do it. And if I can't, you may see a little rough ending versus how it got started. Come on, honey. Honey's going to come in and help me out. So, listen, let me find don't turn it off just yet, because I got to find my theme music. I got to find this music that TJ has done for me, and I want to share it with you all. Again, I was talking about how to make sure that you are utilizing the things that are in your hand. And let me just tell you, tonight, I really, really appreciate you all being with me, because I'm going to have to be honest with you all and tell you all that I had fallen asleep or was trying to fall asleep. I wanted to take a quick nap. And the closer it got to 7 o'clock, the more I kept saying, honey, I just need to cancel. I'm sleepy. I'm sleeping. And so, but I pressed on. So I'm here, and I want to end this with this music if I can find it. It seems like, you know, a lot of times when I get myself a little bit off schedule or off task, I can't then go back and find the things that I need to find. But bear with me, because I know I'm going to find it. Who's still with me? Who is still hanging with me? And listen, you all, for the ones of you all that are listening to this after the original live session, please like it and share and become a subscriber. TJ was even telling me some things about that, or how I should encourage people how to like my pages, and how to, you know, make sure that you are turn on your notifications. That's what he told me to tell you all. So I'm asking you all to please turn on your notifications, so you'll know every time that I am coming on live. And not only that, is I need your help over on my other social media site, YouTube. If you are not a subscriber, I need you to become a subscriber. I need those numbers over there so I can go live. And for the ones that's going to watch this later on YouTube Live, he even showed me how to make sure that my camera is turned a certain way so it'll pick it up better over on YouTube versus Facebook. So I think I found the music, everybody. Let's see if I found it. Nope, wrong music. Wrong music. Give me just a minute. I am still trying to find it. Listen, you all, I appreciate you all. So hold on, let me see if this is it. You all know what I'm trying to find. You all know what I'm trying to find. And there it is. All right, everybody. We will see you all on next Tuesday. We're going to grandstand a little bit more, but don't forget your homework assignment. Make sure you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing with the talents that God has given you. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.